As we've just seen, drugs make your problems go away. So make it the best day possible. Remember, it's drugs that counts. Take one and take a chance.
Saturday morning cartoon.
Yo, are we live? Forming bands.
Stay possible. Drugs that count.
Remember, kids, take drugs or this show is not enjoyable.
Well, Jordan Peterson says it's okay. That means it's okay.
I was
He's
watching
a
Jordan
teacher.
Peterson today. Funny you should mention it. He's a very insightful man. I like his stuff.
Yeah, me too, man. I have learned a lot from Mr. Peterson, Dr. Peterson. I think he's someone very. Well, what were you listening to today?
He did like a sit-down interview with Ben
Shapiro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so split on that. Like 51% of my brain when I see that is like, oh, awesome. What can I learn from these courageous and intelligent people who are concerned with the real problems in the world right now and who can kind of help me understand what's going on? And then like 49% of my brain is like, what are these fucking nerd losers? Like,
yeah. It's
you know,
hard to follow it when you have Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson talking through their ideas. It is hard to follow along sometimes because they go down alleyways that my feeble mind just cannot follow. You know.
Oh, well, my mind's quite strong, so I can understand them perfectly.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jordan Peterson is the reason I quit my job.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he had that video where he's like, if you're in a place where you can't tell your boss to go to hell, then you're at the wrong place. You know? He's like, and you need to stand up. And you need to make a change because you can't stay there. You know, and saying all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what's going on. I'm compromising too much of my time and my value.
So Jordan Peterson taught you to stand up for yourself and assert yourself.
And take a bloody chance, bucko.
You've got the voice down, dude. Do you ever break out the voice for your girlfriend? Hey babe, it's Canadian Day today.
No, I don't think she knows who that is. Her English isn't good enough to appreciate. Her English isn't good enough to appreciate good old Jordan Peterson imitation.
Oh, it's a shame. Oh well, we appreciate it on this show.
So, did you all watch this movie? What movie is it? Just from that little, yeah.
I
watch when it says. But it looks like Dennis the Menace or A Christmas Story or some bullshit, right?
I'm conflicted on Gremlins. I would love a hardcore, scary version of Gremlins where they're actually like ripping people's faces off and stuff.
Oh yeah,
would that still be a Christmas movie though?
Well, I think there's a certain point where it's not a Christmas movie anymore. But if it were more scary, it wouldn't be, right? But it's not that scary. Nightmare on Elm Street, right? Is that a Christmas movie? See,
nah,
I think
horror.
The real question here is it a Christmas movie that's trying to be like edgy and appealing with this extra curveball, or is it a horror movie that just happens to be set during a Christmas time? And then the same question would be for Die Hard. Is it an action movie that just happens to be with a Christmas backdrop?
Yeah, you see the two movies you have, well, actually all the movies you have in the thumbnail, I would argue are just movies of various genres with a Christmas backdrop. So what you're asking is that enough to count it as a Christmas movie?
That's where you're wrong, Bucko. And I'll prove it.
Where am I wrong? Go on, prove
Well,
me wrong.
Let's take Die Hard, for example. One of the opening scenes.
You got any Christmas music?
This is Christmas music.
So, sorry, they're talking about Christmas, even though there's nothing Christmassy on screen, and the music isn't about Christmas. But then look at how the office Christmas party is decorated. Look at the environment. How do you feel when you look at these people?
Champagne, sir?
How are the people dressed, and what are the decorations like at the party?
Right, I see where you're coming from. I don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I think it is a movie with a Christmas backdrop. It doesn't change the fact that I love watching it at Christmas time. But I think Die Hard would be a Christmas movie if he was Santa Claus coming to Nakatomi Plaza to shoot guns and shit.
But he is Santa Claus. He's the present. Here's sort of an idea that I've been playing with.
Okay.
So there's obviously like a parallel between John McClane going around in on the roof, like in the rafters, in the, what do you call that? In the, what is that area?
I know, like the ventilation.
The ventilation.
Yeah.
Crawling around in the ventilation. And what is he bringing people? He's bringing them their Christmas presents, dude. Because you got to think,
lead.
like, yeah, exactly. Because, like, when you're a good boy, because people forget about this, that Santa Claus is a type of the judging father. Santa Claus is like God the Father / the King, / Zeus or what have you, He's generous and loving, but at the same time, he's just and exacting vengeance. Because if you're on his list, if you're good, you get a Christmas present. What happens if you're bad? What happens if you're naughty? You get a fucking bullet, dude. Like, the thing is that, all right, take a look at this scene. The bad guys, they're stealing, right?
I thought Cole was bad, dude.
Where's that one where they... Yeah, check this out.
So that's the scene where they're looking at the vault, is it?
Yeah, they opened up the vault, right?
Yeah.
And they're talking about how it's a miracle that they were able to open up the vault. So they're like kind of blaspheming Christmas. They're doing Christmas backwards, right?
So it's like so you're saying it's kind of like they're stealing Santa's presents. And,
exactly. And then
John, right? That's his
yeah.
name. Because I'm not good with names. I just
his name is John McClane. Yeah. You could call him Bruce
John.
Willis.
Yeah. So Bruce is like a vengeful Santa come to sort out the naughty kids. I get you.
Sort the naughty kids and save Christmas, because not only are they naughty, but they're stealing. They're stealing Christmas, right?
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
like Jack Skellington in a way.
Are we on schedule?
One more to go, then it's up to you. And you better be right, because it looks like this last one's gonna take a miracle.
It's Christmas, Theo. It's the time of miracles. So
It's a time of miracles. Okay, do you think that guy really, really believes in miracles? Hell no, he doesn't believe in
He's a total
miracles.
scumbag.
Yeah. He doesn't believe in Christmas. He doesn't respect Christmas. Doesn't believe in miracles. Doesn't believe, obviously, in Santa Claus. But to believe in Santa Claus doesn't mean that you actually think that there's a guy who lives in the North Pole. To believe in Santa Claus as an adult means that you understand that there's this guiding principle that if you do right, you get rewarded for that. And if basically Santa Claus is karma, is an embodied representation of the overarching hermeneutic principle of karma, right? So John McClane is enacting karma against the people who tried to steal on Christmas, because that's the opposite of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give on Christmas.
Yeah. Is karma the right word to use? I guess Santa's more the embodiment of just Christmas spirit rather than karma.
Maybe generosity.
Generosity.
Let's agree to generosity, because stealing is basically the antithesis of being generous.
Yeah.
Right? It's the opposite of giving. So it's the opposite of celebrating Christmas, you know. It's like the inversion of celebrating Christmas. And how does John McClane save Christmas? He saves Christmas by celebrating Christmas. He comes down the chimney and gives the presents to the bad guys.
Yeah. I like your analysis of it.
Thanks a lot. And just to really drive the point home, let's check this out. Wow, which is the fucking... Take the watch off. Oh, I think it's this one. Right? That's a key moment in that movie, those 2 seconds, because he's only got 2 bullets.
Right.
And you remember how he goes down with his shirt off and his hand behind his head like that?
Yeah.
He has the gun taped to his back. What does he use to tape it with? The Christmas present wrapping tools, right? He uses the tape and the scissors and the wrapping paper to put the gun there.
So there's more links to Christmas than meets the eye, I guess, for this movie.
There always is.
It does tie in. It does tie in. Yeah.
Because the karma, well, maybe not the karma, but basically the gun is the Christmas present for the bad guys. You know? Because they're just desserts. That's what they get for Christmas.
Kev says John McClane is the Grinch.
Boy, I wish I knew what you meant by that, because that's very different to my take. I wish there was some way. If there was some way that you could click on a link in the comments that I just sent to come on the show and tell us exactly what you mean by that.
So what's the verdict on Die Hard? You firmly Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Well, that's my opinion.
Do you watch it every year?
After my analysis. Yeah, it's part of Christmas is watching it.
I have only ever watched Die Hard whenever it's on the TV. Like, I've never owned it. It's never been a big part of my Christmas. But I tell you what I do enjoy. I enjoy Brooklyn Nine-Nine's constant references to Die Hard.
I never got into that show, man.
Oh, you haven't? There's a whole episode where there's a shop robbery, and they play it off like the same plot as that they're trapped in the shop. They play it off as the same plot as Die Hard. It's I don't know. I just love that show.
I like that idea.
Yeah, you can sway me. I guess Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
You don't have to change your mind. You know,
I'm not. I'm not.
We don't have to agree, you know.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
not the
Fuck that.
rules.
No, I have no strong opinions on Die Hard. It's just never been a big movie for me about Christmas time. Gremlins, much more so. I've seen that a lot more.
Comics Mate says if Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, then neither is Home Alone. Well, exactly, because I think what Die Hard and Home Alone have in common is that they have the story that they have, which has nothing to do with Christmas. But the message of the story, kind of like the hero's journey transformation of both of the mix, right? You got McClane and McAllister, and they both learn a Christmas related lesson in that movie,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Gremlins? What's your thoughts on Gremlins?
Gremlins is just cool, and it's just this idea that captured my imagination when I was a kid. Like these fucking Furbies that turn into scary monsters. And what relation does this have to Christmas? The only link I can think of is the Mogwai was the Christmas present.
Well, I have a different conclusion on this movie.
Okay.
Though. I see this movie as an anti-Christmas movie.
Right. I haven't. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think I've looked into these as much as you have. So go on, tell me why is it the anti-Christmas movie?
I think it's an anti-Christmas movie because it doesn't affirm the Christmas imagery or the Christmas message. It
Right.
kind of sublimates it because it gives you something completely antithetic to it. So, like, here's my favorite scene from Gremlins, right? Which one is it? Yeah, this one. So, like, if you think about the song "Oh Christmas Tree" or like any Christmas tree scene
Yeah.
in a movie, it's always bringing you peace. It's always bringing you like happiness, like a feeling of safety, I think. And so to kind of invert that is a pretty clever trick, I think. And then the tree, which is supposed to make you feel happy and safe, makes you feel afraid. Not really afraid like a real horror movie, but it's like, oh shit, what if this was the opposite emotion that I'm supposed to feel?
You a Doctor Who fan, Ben?
Oh man, I'd like to be, but I haven't done the legwork. That's some pretty uncharted territory for me. But
David Tennant's debut episode has a Christmas tree like that comes to life and attacks Rose. That's the same trope there.
yeah, probably the same idea, huh?
Yeah, that's my favorite. My favorite parts about Gremlins is that the kid is an artist, and seeing his little work desk, and when he tips his water that he's painting with, that's when he first gets the Mogwai wet. I thought.
Oh yeah,
That's when the whole plot really kicks in, and
yeah,
things start getting weird. I love that bit.
yeah. Me too. I wish I clipped it. I didn't, but like that's a fun scene because it's kind of like the inciting moment for the action of the story, So
What-
it's like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do you think of the sequels to Gremlins?
I haven't seen any of them, man.
Oh no,
I haven't seen any
Really, what?
Die Hard sequels either.
no, I haven't. I've seen Die Hard 2.
I don't
must have seen it.
sequel very much.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't remember if the sequels were set at Christmas time or not.
They better be.
But oh well.
You know, it would be fun if they had made every Die Hard movie about a different holiday.
Oh yeah, so we'll have to find an allegory in which
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny.
The Tooth Fairy one would be like one of those like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies where he's where he's with kids and stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
supposed to be funny. Like you've seen those movies, right? Like Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, he saves the day wearing a pair of pink fairy wings
Exactly,
and
exactly.
no shirt.
Because like Jingle All the Way is a fun movie to talk about, but there's no dispute. There's no argument. Like everyone knows that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I love that film, dude. That's a good one. Jingle All the Way.
That is
They-
an awesome movie.
They have just started making action figures of Turbo Man, and that is all I ever wanted as a child when I saw Jingle All the Way was action figures.
Did they never make Turbo Man action figures?
No, the same way they never really made action figures of Toy Story and Small Soldiers, like these movies that are about toys, and then they don't
really-
make actual toys of them.
Bro,
Like,
I had a Buzz Lightyear action figure.
I
It
bet
was-
you it was not like how he was in the movie. But now that Disney are doing really like super accurate ones with nice articulation and all that. Like I had a Buzz Lightyear and Zurg, but they were the kind of toys that shot bullets and shit, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. I don't have it with me because I got rid of a lot of my toys like an idiot. But I never knew I would grow up to be so immature, so I didn't think I needed it. Check this out. This is the one that I had.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I had a green Buzz Lightyear. He was all
It was like legit as fuck. Like fully articulated.
Yeah.
You could open and close the hatch. You could like take off the backpack, I think. Yeah, and then that's where the batteries go.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
The wings go in and out.
As
Shoulders, elbows. Even the
that's
figures do.
better
it.
than
It was
mine
lit.
for sure.
Now, what I don't know is if they had like Woody action figures and joint, right?
Woody's a tricky one because he's meant to be like a doll.
Yeah, he's meant to be like a rag doll, huh?
Yeah.
I definitely never owned one of them.
No, I never liked Woody anyway. He wasn't as cool. Yeah.
Of course not.
But Turbo Man, he's a cool Christmas action figure. But, it's cool
Well,
to see.
I'm surprised they never had a Turbo Man action figure. But now they do for collectors.
Yeah, and they do like the whole they make the box the way it looks in the show in the
That's-
movie rather.
That's lit.
See, that's what I'm into. I'm not into like I don't want pictures of the movie on the box. I want the box to look like it did
the
in
box
the movie. You know what I
it
mean?
did in the movie.
Yeah. And the same with Buzz Lightyear's. They're now making them with the like spaceship design they had in the movie, rather than pictures of kids playing with Buzz Lightyear on the box.
Oh, okay.
You get me?
Yeah, I get you. This is why you're part of the show, man. Because you understand these things, you appreciate these things, and you're privy to those details. Like I didn't know that, so that's amazing that you're able to give us those details.
I'm just.
But
a big nerd.
yeah, you like toys, and I think toys are underappreciated.
Yeah, sure. And what is Christmas time without toys?
It's all about toys. How do you say toys in a Welsh accent? Toys.
It's the same.
Toys. It's not the same. I say toys, and you say toys.
Well, I don't say toys. I say toys.
Exactly. I say toys. There's a difference.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't research it. I don't feel like reading this whole thing out loud. But if I'm not mistaken, the gist that I got from browsing this page was I listened to you, is that this is the old version of the action figure and this is the new version.
Yeah, how cool is that new one though?
It's sick.
That's
It's
nice.
got like the shiny gold paint.
Yeah, the problem like I always had was like when you flip the box over and there's pictures of like children playing with him or pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he was one of the characters in the movie. But you get me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
what you want is pictures of toys. Like if that's one figure in a series, what you need to see there is, okay, what are the other figures
Yeah.
available in this series? So I know which one to look for,
Yeah. What about Batman then? He's the other one on the thumbnail.
Yeah, Batman's an interesting one. I don't feel as strongly about Batman Returns. I think you could make the same argument that it's anti-Christmas, but I don't think the direction of that movie by Tim Burton was necessarily really looking for that message. I think it was just more like a well, Tim Burton inverts everything, right? Like he inverts like the positions for bad
Yeah.
guys and good guys, like hope and like despair, because you're supposed to sympathize for the bad guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's a messier, more complicated thing, and not necessarily so much focused on Christmas.
I'll tell you one thing it does really well though, and it's the same reason why Mr. Freeze's episodes in the animated series were my favorite, is because Batman as a theme works so well at Christmas time when the city's covered in snow and people are feeling, uh, bittersweet and lonely and stuff. I think that's the best aesthetic of Batman, and that's why I really love that Tim Burton look to the movie.
And also, like Penguin is like subtly related with ice, right, and snow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Penguin in that movie is a really good character that you kind of feel sorry for in a way, because he was, he's a monster, but he's also, kicked to the curb by his own parents. And, you can't help feeling sorry for people like that at Christmas time in particular.
that's true.
Yeah. But I just think there's something cool and gothy and right up my alley about Gotham City at Christmas time, covered in snow.
Covered in snow.
That's my favorite.
science!
I definitely see that. I
Yeah.
definitely see that. And like you have to be so sympathetic to those characters, especially Catwoman. Like, is Catwoman even a bad guy in that movie? You know, she's like a victim, isn't she?
Yeah, what was the storyline with Catwoman? She dies, right? And she gets brought back.
Yeah, she gets thrown out of a window, right?
Yeah.
By like this executive guy who is like breaking laws or something. And
Yeah,
so,
the big bad guy of the film whose
right,
name I don't remember.
played by Christopher Walken.
Yeah. That was a
So
dark Batman, but it was a good Batman, and I really enjoyed the Christmassy aesthetic to it.
did Batman kill people in that movie?
I don't think so. I think it was very comic booky in the way he was fighting. Like, I think they were just one step away from putting "pow" on the screen as he punched people. It was blood, though, right?
I don't remember seeing any blood. But the thing is that they're kind of riding that line between being really cartoony and trying to be more serious. But like it took me a while to appreciate this, and I think my most recent viewing of the movie was a little bit different because I think this time around I noticed for the first time ever that there was really a serious tone to the film and to the story of the film, because like you really are supposed to kind of weigh the morality and the actions of both Catwoman and the Penguin, because you kind of understand where they're coming from in a way. You know, she was murdered unfairly by this powerful guy, and then she comes back to life to like bring him down. You know, because she's the only one that knows the secret of what he's doing bad.
Yeah. It's strange, but Catwoman is like a character that I didn't even pay attention to when I first watched the movie, because I just didn't like the actress, and I was like, what, 12? So
Michelle Pfeiffer?
yeah, I didn't like her. So I was just like, I just thought Batman and Penguin were the coolest, so they were the ones I paid attention to. That's why I don't remember his storyline so much.
Wow.
I remember Batman being depressed, and that was weird.
Yeah, but you know what? There's precedent for that because like
Yeah.
Batman, I really like the Long Halloween
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
it plays on that winter thing too, but it kind of plays on the whole year cycle because you kind of get the sense that like if Batman's emotional.
Oh,
You,
yeah, but the Long Halloween, every page with his snow on the panel is absolutely beautiful. Like, Tim Sal's art is amazing. And again, Batman at Christmas time is the best aesthetic. I love it.
I agree.
That's my favorite Batman story. I know that's like everyone's favorite Batman story, but that's the one for me.
My favorite Batman story is No Man's Land,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Okay.
I
Everyone's
think
but Ben's.
everyone's but Ben's because I always gotta be a little bit different, man. I can't be obvious. But those two things have the same thing in common. Those stories, because like like entire years go by, so you kind of see Batman go through his entire annual cycle, you know, because people get depressed in wintertime. So you see the depressed Batman, then you see a motivated Batman, then you see Nick Unlisted.
Merry
Plus,
Christmas, Nick.
People get depressed in the summer too. What's up? It's your boy.
Why do people get depressed in the summer?
Because I'm depressed every day all year long.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
But
What would
does your
Jordan Peterson have to say about that?
What's up?
What would Jordan Peterson have to say about that?
Jordan Peterson?
Probably something about tidying your room, I'd imagine.
Oh, his
Like
daughter's got really bad depression, so he takes it pretty serial.
Yeah, COVID Kiv is right. The end of No Man's Land really was Christmas.
Which one was No Man's Land?
Bro, it's the best Batman story. It's
It's
all of Gotham City is quarantined off. Like there's a wall built around the entire city because it's just lawlessness and chaos. So it becomes like gang warfare on the streets of Gotham to like retake Gotham City, and even Batman starts doing it where they spray paint, like tag the blocks, so you know
Bat tags?
who it belongs to. Yeah, they start spray painting bat symbols, so they'll like cross out the other guy's symbol, like Two Face's symbol, like no more Two Face, and then put their symbol. And then nobody can do anything about it. That's their territory. So they're like
Childish.
incrementally. It's childish.
Fucking, this is my territory now because I've crossed out your logo. We're like, but I fucking live here. Like, too bad, bitch.
I like
Bro,
it.
that's how it is in the streets, Nicholas.
I feel like that's not how that works. I feel like people have to get shot, you know? Like,
People do get shot.
have we talked about the Batman animated series Christmas special yet?
That's pretty cool.
Where you got the Joker, like, that was one of like the earliest episodes too. Like it
was early
occurred-
on, yeah. I think it's the first appearance of the Joker. in
Say
the
what?
animated I think it's the first appearance of the Joker in the animated series.
It might be, but it's, you know, the fucking Jingle Bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, the Batmobile lost a wheel, and the Joker got away. Like that whole jingle that he does.
It comes from that, yeah.
Yeah, it was genius. It's a great
That's cool.
episode.
My bro got Turbo Man for Christmas, just like in the movies. It just wasn't chrome gold. So there was an old one?
Yeah, I think they were. They just weren't like they are now. Like we've got better articulation of molds and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do one day that I wish I had thought of it before? I'm gonna show you guys like Colombian bootleg toys.
Oh hell yeah!
What is
Those
it now?
are Colombian bootleg toys.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Those are really interesting because you get like the wrong colors or the wrong paint schemes for existing models, you know. So they'll have like the figure of the gun of the supplying soldier that like does an army crawl. Like you wind him up and he does an army crawl. And then you get like Spider-Man versions because they just tweaked it and made it Spider-Man. And obviously Spider-Man never army crawls with the gun, but who cares?
Oh, you didn't see that part of the new movie where Spider-Man crawls up the Empire State Building?
Spoiler. Spoiler.
Dude, I
I
can
wish
barely hear what's going on.
you need headphones, my friend.
My headphones are at the house. I'm in the car right now. It's fucking. awful.
Hey. Hey.
I'm
I
being
see.
chauffeured.
I feel you. No, the important thing is
By
that
my
you made an
slave woman.
appearance. Yeah.
She's not listening to me. She doesn't.
So Max couldn't come on today's show. I think because
What's up?
Max isn't here today, but he was telling me before. I'm gonna mute you, Nick, because there's a lot of reverb there for a minute. Max was telling me before that like the issue of Die Hard being a Christmas movie or not is really interesting because by people having that discussion, that means that every year you're going to have the argument or you're going to hear about people arguing about whether it's a Christmas movie or not. So that means that the act of arguing about whether or not it's a Christmas movie makes it a Christmas tradition.
Yes, science.
The old annual Christmas argument of Die Hard. Yeah, it was literally in today's newspaper. I saw it in work.
Really?
Yeah, whole articles discussing whether Die Hard is or not. You'd think we'd have a decision by now, definitively. Who directed Die Hard?
Who directed Die Hard? Nick, do you know who directed Die Hard?
I think that the debate itself is more important than the decision. Like, people want that argument to continue. You know what I mean? Like, no one's ever going to settle whether pineapple is supposed to be on fucking pizza or not, and no one's ever going to decide ultimately whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie. We know the right answer. It's a fucking Christmas movie because there's Christmas music in the fucking movie, which is all you need, really. Like, and that sets the theme. It's an establishing theme of the fucking movie. It's like the intro music is fucking, like Jingle Bell Rock or some shit, isn't it?
Okay, but then you can like
the limo driver is listening to fucking that one jam, the fucking Christmas shit from the 80s. Like, there's multiple Christmas songs going on, and it's a Christmas party.
This is their idea of Christmas. I gotta be there for New Year's.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
And everyone gets
That's
wild.
what I'm saying, dog. As
Let
far
it
as I'm
snow.
concerned, it's a Christmas movie.
Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. But
That's
then,
what I'm saying, dog.
follow-up question,
In LA,
just to be
let it snow
pedantic.
terrorist dead bodies from a
just to
fucking
be a pedantic cunt. Like,
Nakatomi Plaza.
is Christmas the setting, or is Christmas the tone?
I mean, it can be both, but I think
It's
in Die
both.
Hard specifically, like, yeah, it's an action movie, but it's also like there's so much Christmas shit going on. The whole reason he's traveling is for Christmas. Like, Christmas isn't the main theme, but it is happening during Christmas. So
I
as
think
far as I'm
Christmas
concerned,
is
it's a
the main
Christmas movie.
theme. I think Christmas is the main theme.
And you think the whole movie is sort of an allegory for
Yes.
naughty children on Christmas Eve?
I think the whole story is a demonstration of how you celebrate Christmas as an adult, what your approximation to Christmas is, because it affirms generosity, it affirms reconciliation with family, and it causes retribution against those who would go against the spirit of Christmas, and instead of giving, they steal. They get fucking karma. And also, as I said before, but I think Nick wasn't here, John McClane, he wraps the gun that he kills the bad guys with Christmas paper and Christmas tape to tape it on his back so that he can conceal it. So he's giving them their presents. I'm dead ass right now, Nicholas.
That's a great point. I love how you can pick up the metaphors on things, because I usually, like, it's hard for me sometimes because I see things from a very literal standpoint a lot of the time. Like, picking up that message is very introspective of you.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's what I do.
Say what?
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like an idiot savant with that shit.
And you're handsome.
Ah.
Area, how come I can't see your face, dude? What's up? I miss you.
That's his Dungeons and Dragons logo.
Yeah, I'm not looking so pretty today, so I'll just stick with the Yeti.
So how did the Dungeons and Dragons game go? I couldn't watch the whole
We
thing.
had problems this week, so it's been rescheduled. The next episode Monday though, it won't be D&D. We'll be doing the big competition draw plus Secret Santa plus something else. So we'll pick up D&D after that.
Oh, did the Binners all do a Secret Santa?
We did a Secret Santa. I've got mine. I have no idea who it's from. I'm really excited to do it because it's gonna be fun.
But you still had to like ship the presents to each other, right?
Yeah. So, and
That's
obviously, 3 of us all over the UK, and then 1 of us in Germany. It's we've gone international.
Who's in Germany?
You didn't know Rob lives in Germany?
No, I didn't know Rob lived in Germany.
Yeah,
I know his
Tony
wife's.
Grimsby
I know
lives
his
in
wife's Chinese.
Yeah. And his wife Derek lives with his wife Derek. Yeah, so that's what we're doing on the 20th. Secret Santa and the big bargain.
We gotta talk about what we're doing on the 25th. I was playing with the idea of like making the very first. Here's what I'm thinking. So I was kind of gonna do the first ever Professor Chad episode on the 25th. What I'm trying to decide is whether or not I'm gonna pre-record it or if I'm just gonna do it live. I'm nervous to pre-record it because I don't know if we'll have time to edit it and stuff. I don't know how Max is.
I don't have anywhere to be on Christmas, so I'm available.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that'll be fun. Christmas Day stream. I'm down for that.
Well, then we're gonna do it. Yeah.
I mean, I can sit in front of a tree. It just won't be a Christmas tree. I can probably put lights on a tree outside and sit next to it. Maybe set it on fire.
Do an anti-Christmas tree, Nick.
I'm not anti-Christmas necessarily.
Okay.
But if I did have a Christmas tree, it would be black.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it'd be really cool if you did like a goth Christmas tree.
My Christmas lights are all infrared. You can only see.
Goth.
You can't see them with the naked eye.
Blacklight Christmas trees.
What's up?
Black lights.
Yeah.
Blacklight Christmas tree.
Black tree, black lights.
Just put like, skulls.
Yeah, instead of a star on top, it's a pentagram.
Yeah, pentagram on the top.
Fuck yeah, dude. Instead of getting gifts from it, it like charges you to be near it. Like it's $20, bitch.
It accidentally sets on fire from all the lights, but that just summons a demon.
All of the lights.
Right, I've got a question for you then on Christmas movies. Let me bring my screen up.
Yeah, dude.
Have you seen this movie?
I have not seen that movie.
Right, I haven't either, but I've been yearning to for several years now, and I've just never got my hands on a copy. So I think this is a good one to ask, where does the line lie between Christmas movie and not a Christmas movie? So this is a horror film set at Christmas time. The basic plot is it's the whole, these girls are in a sorority house and they get in a call.
Nice.
They get these harassing calls. Turns out, big plot twist, the calls are coming from inside the house. And yeah, the reason I ask is because it's at Christmas time, but it is very graphic, very violent, and very scary. So where does it lie? Horror film or Christmas film?
I think it's an un-Christmas film. An anti-Christmas film. Like,
what the fuck is this guy doing?
It's not one I've seen, like I said, but just the whole idea of it intrigues me.
No, I get what you're saying, Arya. I'm not gonna watch that movie because that'll freak me out. But I feel like it's doing the same thing as Gremlins, but going really hard with it.
It reminds me more of Home Alone
Cool.
because they're in that big sort of, those big American mansion houses.
Oh yeah, and there's an invasion.
And the scene where Kevin is scared to go up to, oh no, he's scared to go down to the basement, right? It's like that. The guy's in the attic. It's like
Hey,
that.
Daddy-o, I don't want to go down to the basement. Right? That song by the Ramones. But anyways, I kind of derailed your train of thought. So Kevin's afraid to go to the basement, Arya?
It's like in Home Alone, they really psych you up before he goes down to the basement, and then it is a scary scene. But in the clips I've seen, they do the exact same thing in that movie, but with the attic instead. And I don't know, it's just terrifying.
Yeah, and especially on a day, on an environment and a time of year when you're supposed to be not terrified. You're supposed to be the opposite. Like it's kind of like
there's like a vulnerability with Christmas time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people are depressed. People feel
no.
vulnerable.
I mean, like people are looking for like a joyous mood.
Oh yeah. So they maybe let their guard down a little bit.
Exactly.
You know what it feels like to me is like I don't know if you guys have ever like sat in a hot tub and then like gotten out of the hot tub and then run outside into the snow.
Yeah.
And like jump in a snowbank.
Nope.
And then go out from the snowbank right back into the hot tub. So I think that's what it is because you're having these like peaks, So you're like really, really cold, really, really hot, really, really cold. Or I guess hot should be up. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And then it's like Christmas joy.
Is this my
and then like terror. Christmas joy, terror. What's that, Nick?
What? Nothing. She's ignoring me.
Yeah, you feel these like spikes. These
spikes, just chaos.
I guess that makes horror and Christmas a good matchup then.
I think so.
I think it still counts as a Christmas movie because I think thematically is what is important. Like, if it takes place during that time period, then it's a Christmas movie. Like, I don't think it has to be about like the spirit of Christmas for it to be a quote Christmas movie necessarily. Like, to me, the standard's pretty low. Like, if it's just like during Christmas time, and especially if Christmas is in the name, it's probably like a Christmas movie. It doesn't mean it has to be.
Probably a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's called Black Christmas. It's a
Here's
Christmas
another
movie.
thing to keep in mind. Like, not everyone has the same feeling about Christmas because, like, Christmas movies always admonish non-believers, right, or people that don't want to be part of it. Because, like, the Charlie Brown Christmas, he hated Christmas, and then he had to learn his lesson. How dare you? You're not allowed to hate Christmas.
You're not a Christian boy if you don't.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And the same thing with the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
The same thing with fucking the Polar Express, right? The kid's like, oh, you can't hear the bell? What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't hear the bell? You can't hear the bell, kid? What the fuck, kid? It's like, that's how you have to approach Christmas. But some people straight up don't like Christmas.
Some people on Christmas.
Some people are miserable on Christmas. I think that person loves the movie Gremlins the most. The person that's like legitimately like, fuck Christmas. That person is going to watch Gremlins. That person is going to watch Black Christmas.
There is only one legitimate reason to hate Christmas time, in my opinion, and that is if your birthday falls on Christmas Day and you constantly get shitty half presents that are just a combined birthday present, combined Christmas present.
My birthday's on the 8th, so it's kind of close. So like,
my brother is on the 11th.
Some presents. I would always get one for the either one. It was either like, do you want more presents for your birthday or Christmas? Like I'd have to make the choice. Like I'd either get shorted presents on one or the other, and I would always pick Christmas because it's a family holiday and I don't give a fuck about my birthday, right? So, but
you stopped counting at 26, anyways. You're like, as long as I look 26, I'm 26.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But what I think maybe isn't Christmas movies, like Christmas is a genre, and there are subgenres in it, like Christmas horror or like Christmas spirit type movies. So like they're all Christmas movies, but they fall into subcategories.
And I think those subcategories are to do with how different people feel about Christmas.
Yes. What category then would A Christmas Carol come under?
Christmas horror.
So that's your Christmas horror. So a Christmas Carol, I think is like a prodigal Christmas. I think there are a lot of people who kind of feel depressed going into Christmas, and like thinking about what presents are they gonna get, and like how many times they felt disappointed because of Christmas. But in the end, they kind of give into it. In the end, they're just like, oh, I love Christmas. I love my family. You know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm really into that though, because it's like they're forcing you to enjoy it. Like, you're wrong because you don't feel good on this day. You have to feel good on this day. And let me show you how wrong you are. But I guess also the message is like, hey, don't be a shithead all year. Like, maybe be nice. Who knows?
See, like I think there's different movies for different people's reaction. Because like as a collective culture, we do obligate people to respect Christmas. You have to respect Christmas.
Well,
and then some people are like, yeah, Christmas rules. And then other people are like, no, dude, fuck you. I hate Christmas.
Well, actually, I mean, like, so Nightmare Before Christmas could be debatably a Halloween or a Christmas movie. But Jack's journey through it is discovering Christmas, trying to enjoy it, and realizing that Christmas just isn't his thing. And goes back to doing what he enjoys, which is being scary and doing the Halloween thing.
Which I think, in a way, is also letting people off the hook if they're not Christmas people.
That's what I'm saying. Also, it does reaffirm the fact that Halloween is a superior holiday.
My cant brother would get up Christmas morning and open all the presents, and he did that well into his teens, the retard. What the
Wow.
fuck?
That's so shitty.
That is awful.
Your brother's a narcissist.
That is terrible.
If I catch any of you fuckers alone, I'm going to fucking kill you.
That's how I feel about people that open other people's Christmas presents.
Yo, if somebody opened my presents, I would straight up stab them with a pair of glittery scissors.
That's never happened to me in my life, COVID Kev. That's rough. That's some real shit.
Dude, Kev, what did you fucking do about that? Like,
what'd you do about that, Kev?
Yeah, what'd you do about it, Kev? Did you set booby traps for him? Did you put a paint can on a rope on top of the stairwell? Did you fucking put some Christmas ornaments right next to the window? What'd you do, Kev?
Well, did you?
Did you electrify the sink in the basement?
Did you fucking tape a gun to your back with Christmas wrapping paper and yell yippee-yi-yay?
Mention, Kev, what did you do?
Yeah, because if you didn't, Kev, then you really weren't trying hard enough.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I think he's a badge. My mom would say you're sharing in it. Your mom's a pushover.
And what would your dad say? Because my dad would have fucking taken his belt off.
Yo, I would have got my ass beat if I did that. If I just went and opened all the presents, because more so, especially like for your parents, like it's about them giving you gifts. You know what I mean? Like, You could just receive all the gifts and be like, cool, thanks. And then Christmas would be fucked up. It's about you being excited to get things.
I think the moment of unwrapping is a sacred ceremony.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you're all supposed to share.
We take turns, when we were all having Christmas at the same house, like fucking when I was growing up, like everybody took turns. Like only one person at a time would open it. I figured his girlfriend later in, oh wow. So that's a guy.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yo, but that's like.
That's actual footage of COVID Kev's last Christmas. Just people going wild. Just people opening each other's presents. Just people fingering each other's girlfriends. Yo!
That's just
He could
crazy.
have written that in his Christmas card, Kev.
What were you gonna say, Nick?
Huh? Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, if he fingered his brother's girlfriend, that's kind of like he was touching his brother's dick in a way, right?
What the fuck?
Because, like, what if his girlfriend had just banged him, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm a finger his girlfriend," and he's getting like his.
He's getting his fucking brother's. Yeah, that's true, dude.
Secondhand fucking brother dick juice, bro.
Don't listen to us.
I don't have a video drop for that. I don't have a video drop for brothers secondhand dick juice.
Yo, just go to Pornhub, dude. There's plenty of the fucking two brothers and a fucking stepsister fucking blah blah blah. What do you
I think that works.
What are you, silly? Still gonna send it.
Are you silly? Do you know the send it guy, Arya? Did that meme get all the way over to the other side of the pond? I didn't lick my. Okay, then you're good.
I didn't lick my fingers or nothing. Well, I'm just saying, you just got a little bit of dick juice on your hand. That's all, man.
Not gay if you wash your hands.
That's true.
Yeah, did you eat after? Like, what's up?
That's wild. I think we've exhausted this topic, actually.
So, I mean, like, are there any other controversial Christmas?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah.
I got to be honest, I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, really? Stanley Kubrick, the movie they murdered Stanley Kubrick over because he was revealing Hollywood secrets of how the elite live and the Illuminati.
Nah, I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm aware of it. I just haven't watched it. I don't know.
So it takes place during Christmas, but I don't think. Okay, it's a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas, but I don't think it thematically reveals any Christmas idea the way that Die Hard does. I just think that Stanley Kubrick is really good at using like collective symbolism to like have emotional associations that are subliminal, because the Christmas lights are actually a subliminally associated with like sexual desire in that movie. So, but that's another topic.
I'm covered in Christmas lights.
Yeah, that's why I'm attracted to you sexually. So
don't threaten me with a good time. You can tie me up with Christmas lights if you want to.
That would be really funny, like tying someone up with Christmas lights.
Yeah, funny. That's what it would be.
It'd be kind of kinky too.
Yeah.
And on that note, we are going to stream live on Christmas Day. If you're one of these miserable cunts like us that gets depressed on Christmas and would actually go on a live stream on Christmas Day, you're welcome to join this motherfucker.
You better be here.
Going to talk about Black Christmas. Maybe I'll debut as Professor Chad and hammer out that theory about Die Hard a little bit more extensively. Hey, maybe Nick is gonna have a fucking goth Christmas tree to show us.
I'm gonna come up with the top 10 shittiest things that happened on Christmas in history.
That's an awesome idea. 10 shittiest things that ever happened on Christmas. Why Die Hard is a Christmas movie part 2, I guess. Fuck, unless something else happens. What's this you're showing us? Tell us about the Christmas competitions.
Yeah, so you officially have 2 days left to enter this competition on, this Monday the 20th. The Bargain Bin Show, 8 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're doing the big prize episode. So here's what you got to do. You got to make a short newspaper-style comic strip about Christmas and about the bargain bin. It has to feature at least one of us or all of us. Totally up to you. And stick it on Twitter, hashtag bargain bin Christmas, and you'll be up for the big prizes. We've got some cool prizes, some trading cards, artwork, prints, nice things. And so yeah, 2 days left. It'd be really cool to get some more entries. We haven't had loads, so you're still in with a good chance of winning. You know, this isn't an art competition. It's all about the Christmas spirit. So for all you
Sorry about that. Would the winner be whoever makes you laugh the most? Whichever book makes you laugh the most?
Yeah. Like I said, it's not an art contest. It's whichever the four of us like the most, basically. And I'll show you this real quick as well. You've seen this a second ago. I'm currently working on the big prize, right? This is going to be a print of this piece that all four of the bargain bin members contributed the drawing of this. So number one prize, you'll get a print of this and you'll get the original artwork. So yeah, you've got that to look forward to, plus a bunch of little extra trading cards and goodies.
Yeah, man, how hard is it to draw 4 panels, man? 4 cartoon panels. They used to do that every day of their life. I know, dude.
It can be massively difficult.
All right, Mr. Grinch.
I'm just saying it could be hard. Like drawing panels isn't easy, my guy.
Then make it a 1-panel comic strip.
Yeah, if Bristolian Dave can muster up all of his mental energy to draw that gingerbread man you see, then you can draw 3 panels of a comic book.
It's not an art contest. You can literally do stick figures.
Everything's a fucking contest.
All right.
Even Christmas.
Even Christmas.
That's right.
The contest is who gives the best presents. Exactly.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Well, have a kinky Christmas, everybody.
I warned you, friend.
As we've just seen, drugs make your problems go away. So make it the best day possible. Remember, it's drugs that counts. Take one and take a chance.
Saturday morning cartoons.